The past few weeks have made it very clear that racism and xenophobia are going to play a large role in all of the elections to come. Today, I'm looking at a speech from Sir Thomas More, a play that was written by several individuals. But the passage that I'm going over today was from William Shakespeare. We know this because we have it in his own hand. And here, Thomas More stands before a group of rioters, angry about immigration. Let's hear his words. Good masters, hear me speak. Look, what you do offend, you cry upon. That is the peace. Not one of you here present, had there such fellows lived when you were babes, could have topped the peace as now you would. The peace where you have now, till now, grown up, had been ta'en from you, and the bloody times could not have brought you to the state of all men. Alas, poor things, what is it you have got? Grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, and their poor luggage, plodding troth ports and costs for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silent by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence and strong hand should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought, with self-same hand, self-reasons, and self-right, would shark on you, and men like ravenous fishes would feed on one another. Let me set up before your thoughts, good friends, one supposition, which if you mark, you shall perceive how horrible a shape your innovation bears. First, 'tis a sin, which oft the apostle did forewarn us of, urging disobedience to authority. And 'twere no error if I told you all you were in arms against God himself. For to the king God hath his office lent. Of dread, of justice, power, and command hath bid him rule, and willed you to obey. And to add ampler majesty to this, he hath not only lent the king his figure, his throne, and sword, but given him his own name, calls him a god on earth. What do you then, rising against him that God himself instills, but rise against God? What do you to your souls in doing this? Oh, desperate as you are, wash your foul minds with tears, and those same hands that you, like rebels, lift against the peace, lift up for peace. And your unreverent knees, make them to your feet. Kneel to be forgiven. Tell me but this, what rebel captain, as mutinies are incident, by his name can still the rout? Who will obey a traitor? Or how can well that proclaim sound when there's no addition but a rebel to qualify a rebel? You'll put down strangers, kill them, cut their throats, possess their houses, and lead the majesty of law in line to slip him like a hound. Say now the king, as he is clement, and if the offender more, should so much as come short of your great trespass, as but to banish you, whither would you go? What country, by name of your error, should give you harbor? Go you to France or Flanders, to any German province, to Spain or Portugal, nay, anywhere that not adheres to England. Why, you must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper, breaking out in hideous violence, would not afford you an abode on earth? Whet their detested knives against your throats, spurn you like dogs, and like as if that God owed not nor made you, nor that the claimants were not all appropriate to your comforts, but chartered unto them. What would you think? To be thus used. This is the stranger's case. And this your mountainish inhumanity. Be better than the barbarous crowd. Show that we do not have mountainish inhumanity. Welcome home your brother and give him comfort. Until tomorrow, cheers.